What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers. Today we're in the electric fireplace room because guess what? We got a new electric fireplace. So I've seen this as a prototype. I've not seen a production model, but I'm very, very excited about this. The reason I'm so excited about electric fireplaces is we have some companies that are starting to really understand that electric fireplaces are the real deal. And they're investing money in R&D and development, and this is one of them. The prototype I saw, I was very, very impressed. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you if it's going to be worth it or not to buy this fireplace. Let's go. All right, don't forget, if you're in the Denver, Colorado area, come to our showroom today. You can check out all of our awesome fireplaces here. Check out all of our barbecues. We have a new golf channel. We'll include a link to the golf channel. Anyways, a lot of cool stuff going on. Man, there's a lot of, oh, this is a shipping box that's empty. So I'm not gonna tell you what the technology is in this guy until we pop it open, but this is gonna be something that's like a luxury electric fireplace. Like, this is gonna be near the top end as far as cost, but it's also gonna be near the top end as far as looks and quality. It's also one of the only ones not made in China. It's made in Europe somewhere, I forget which country, but it's kind of cool. This is at least metal. Almost every electric firebox we do is plastic. So definitely more durable box than the other electrics. No, this fireplace was it's made in Europe. It's made by Kalfire, I think is the name. And then Netzero is the North American distributor for this fireplace. So they're the ones offering it in North America. It goes through Netzero or Mendota Fireplaces. But the reason I think this is on here is I think the European model does not have a heater, I think. Don't quote me on that, I don't know that for sure. It's slippering. Another monitor. That's right, folks. Not one monitor, 2 monitors. All right, so it was towards the end of the day, so we had to wrap up for the day. So now I'm back in a new set of clothes to review this bad boy. All right, lights, camera, action, Chris. Let's see what we're doing. Let's turn this bad boy on now that we finally got it put together. You can see the top night light's still on. Turn that on accident. So there it powers up our Ember bed. Looks like we had some flame start. Oh, there it goes. Netzero Kalfire E1, baby. What's gonna happen? Okay, let's see here. So check this out. Here's what's so cool about this thing. We have 2 layers of flame, or you could say 2 burners. You know, with our gas fireplaces, we have 2 burners. So the biggest problem with pretty much all electric fireplaces except the Optimist. The Optimist is the only electric fireplace using the water vapors that gives us real 3-dimensional flame. So every other flame object, whether it's LED, whether it's virtual, it's a 2-dimensional object, okay? Problem with that is, as good as that some of them look, nothing is gonna simulate real fire versus 3D objects. Now this is still technically 2D, but remember we put in 2 different monitors? So we have a back rear monitor on the back that is showing the back flame. Then in the front, we have the top LED monitor shining on the front of the logs, making it look like the logs are on fire. Now I'm gonna go through different features. There's a ton of different flame options, so make sure you stay tuned so you can see me toggle through all of this. I'm just right this second explaining the technology. But you're probably like, how in the heck does this go from shining on the top to there? Well, that angled piece of glass that we put in this way, it's actually, that video image is reflecting off of that glass. And it's done at the perfect ratio to where it's gonna look like the front of the logs is on fire. So that's huge because that gives us that three-dimensional look, because now we have layered flames just like we would in a gas fireplace. So that's what, when your eye's looking at it, would you almost confuse this for a gas fireplace, Chris?
I could, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I won't even call it an electric fireplace because it looks like a gas fireplace, because now we have three-dimensional flames. That's awesome. All right, let's go through some of the features here a little bit. I personally think once it's in the wall, we're gonna spruce this up and make it look even better. But if we put like some of this these black coals and black things down on the ember bed, it would kind of tone down that ember bed a little bit. But let me try something here. Oh, that's our overhead light. So this is our overhead light. So we can have that up or down as high as we want. Obviously on high, it's gonna show you the logs a little bit better, but it does wash out the flame a little bit. So I think there's a little balance. Maybe, I kind of like one. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah? All right. Oh, we can turn our flames up even more, or brighter. Let's see. Let's turn those up all the way. All right. Now our flame height. This is our ember bed brightness. So I don't like it all the way bright. Almost like it right there. What do you think?
That looks perfect.
That looks perfect? Maybe there. Now, what's cool is we can change the flame. So let's toggle through the actual flames. You tell me when you like one, Chris. So that first one was A, this one's B. C looks like it's just a little bit different color.
I like A the most.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like A. I mean, look how awesome that is. It looks like the front of the log's on fire and the back of the log is on fire. Just like even a wood-burning fireplace. So that's what they're really after here with this fireplace, is to simulate a real wood-burning fireplace, but using all electricity. Also, remember when I said that this blower was an afterthought because they mounted it on the outside of the box? I'm a huge dummy. I was thinking about it last night. I think about fireplaces way too much, by the way. I was thinking, duh, this has to be on the outside because there's a whole monitor on the roof of this thing. So the blower couldn't have mounted in there. So I'm an idiot. I kind of like that setup the best, but it's just a game changer, the fact that we have two-stage burners. There's no electric fireplace out there that has a two-stage burner. There's no electric fireplace out there that's not made in China. So that's all the good things about it. And I think it's one of the most realistic looking things. Like I said, I'm guaranteeing, no one's told me this, I'm just guessing, we'll have downloads for changing to different flame patterns as they develop more. We'll probably have different log options if you want like an aspen or a birch log that could go in there as well. This is my favorite combination right here though. You can even see sparks. You see the sparks in there? Now they're not going. Let's see. There they go on the right. And this thing also has a speaker, so it's playing like a crackling fireplace noise. But they did say that on their monitors, they're using a better, higher grade or quality monitor. I think I mentioned that when we're putting it together, but deeper blacks, richer blacks, and then higher contrast ratio. So that's what makes that flame look so good as well, on top of being that two-dimensional. All right, that's the good. With every fireplace review, I gotta get to the bad sometimes, huh, Chris?
Yeah.
And that's what's so awesome about our channel, is it's completely honest. I don't think you'll find a more honest channel than ours when it comes to reviewing fireplaces. Okay, we love that it's made out of high quality metal materials. We love that it's, using more expensive materials like the nicer LED panels, having two different monitors. We love that it's one of the most realistic electric fireplaces I've ever seen. But what don't we love? Well, I talked about the blower, and this is not a knock on these guys. It's really a knock on every single electric fireplace in the industry. The blower is kind of just your standard heating blower. There's nothing special. Every manufacturer does that. I think the first electric fireplace company to crack the code and giving us real radiant heat in an electric fireplace is gonna hit a home run. Once that happens, there won't be a reason to buy gas. That's what I think. So that's a little bit annoying. The second thing is this is a 40-inch unit. It's too small. Hardly nobody's doing 40-inch units with TVs mounted above them, things like that. Usually 65, 75-inch TV. 40-inch unit is just too small for me. I know I don't know this for a fact, they haven't told me, but I can't imagine they'd come to market with only one. So I would guess that there's more coming, just using my just using my spidey senses. There's probably more units coming, but 40 inches is a little small for me. And then of course the last thing, elephant in the room, you're like, it's the nicest, it's the best looking, highest quality materials. What does that in turn give us? Also makes it the most expensive. This sucker is pricey. I would say it's the priciest 40-inch electric fireplace I've ever seen. So it's not gonna be for everybody, but if you want the best looking electric and you don't care what the cost is, this is the one. Now here's the only other annoying thing. So this box is about 16 inches deep, and part of that's because this piece of glass has to be sitting at just the right angle. So it is a little deeper than most. But also, the way the logs sit up and the way the flame sets on the logs, there is an ideal mounting height. So you have to be kind of particular about how high you mount it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Probably close to this height. Does it look pretty good, Chris, when you're sitting there?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
it.
so this is about the height. So probably 18 to 24 inches in that range, where you're gonna get the optimum viewing area. That's not a huge deal, but a little bit of an annoyance that you have to set it at a particular height for it to look the best. So those are my only complaints with this. Awesome fireplace, love the technology. I love that brands are starting to R&D technology into these electric fireplaces. If I had a nickel for every time a new manufacturer comes out with a new fireplace and it's just something that they bought off the shelf in China with no development, I mean, they're a dime a dozen. So anyone can do that. But these Kalfire guys, they're obviously have been developing and engineering and pushing the limits on technology use, and that's why this thing is so cool. Stay tuned for more videos.